This is David with High Performance Stoicism. I want to talk to you about the person you become. The Stoics have a distinctive view of the human mind, and that's going to impact their view of a person. Their view of the mind is a part of the soul. It's that part that is conscious right now, watching this video. It's that part of you that can reason, make choices, ask questions, and so forth. Many of us would say, well, that's me. And the Stoics would agree with that. But when we talk about being a particular person, things get a little more complicated because what are we? The Stoic view is that your soul is malleable. It's formless. It can change in and go in different directions, become different shapes, and we know that from our experience in life. In a way, we would like it if we had more of a distinct, well-formed personality, but we simply don't. It's true that some parts of us are there from birth, and the Stoics were aware of this. They believe that we inherit certain dispositions from our parents. So one person could be more cheerful than another, one more social than another, one more depressed than another, one a little antisocial or shy. And there's a sense in which we get this disposition from our parents, but there's a point in life when we get reason where we take it from there. We notice when we're in junior high school and moving into high school that sometimes we just take different shapes. We're a different person in different situations, and in each case, it seems natural to us. And to a point, there's nothing really wrong with that, but the one thing you want in life is to be happy, and in order to be happy, you have to be virtuous. And the Stoics believe the wise man is the only one who is one person. Everyone else of us is shifting our masks. And you could probably see how that's true. You are one way at home, you're one way at work, you're a different way with your friends. But we do want to focus on what kind of person you do become, but we should consider this about the nature of the human mind and the person that we have become first. So, at some point, what makes us the distinctive person that we recognize? And what makes us distinctive? We have a set of likes and dislikes. We have a certain way of responding to certain events. There's bad news. It really upsets us, or we brush it off, or we are ready to accept it and be as strong as possible. Each have a different psychological profile, and the Stoic view is that we chose, to a large extent, who we are. And that goes back to what I've been saying about the soul is malleable. The soul can change. Marcus says the command center can make itself what it wants to be. In other words, within our human understanding, there really is no limitation. It just depends on what we want to be and what we do. So, how does our soul become one way or another? It becomes that way because of the choices we make in terms of our thoughts and our actions. If our thoughts and our actions go with our usual habits, let's say you're an adult, you're 25, you're 30, you're 40, 50, 60. The reason you are the same person as you were 10 years ago largely is because you're consistently having the thoughts and the actions that you've had for so long. Interestingly, Marcus's view, which other Stoics support, that the mind can make itself what it wants to be. This is something that we know recently as neuroplasticity from neuroscience, which means by your thoughts and your actions, you can change what person you are. But the important thing is you have to make a choice to change your thoughts and your actions. You don't have to be stuck being the person you are now. So, what the Stoics say is if you want to be virtuous, all that you have to do, no matter what age you are, is do like the neuroscientists tell us, start thinking different thoughts, start taking different actions, and Stoicism gives us a great set of guidelines. The first one we could say is follow reason as best you can in every situation, and then at a more detailed level, follow the virtues. Do what is courageous, do what is just, treat people kindly, which is a part of being a just person. Be temperate. In other words, when you set out to say, okay, I'm cutting out sugar, I'm only going to have a small part of a dessert, stick with that, and then you'll move in the direction of being virtuous. So there's four virtues again. There's prudence, courage, temperance, and justice. Just those five things, starting with always follow reason. If you just slow down and do that, you can reshape your psyche in the direction you want. And the direction you want, according to Stoicism, is to make yourself so excellent that you can handle any event in life and you can end this situation that most people are in terms of going in different directions. Because one of the big downsides to not being virtuous is we can be chameleons at different points. We can make a decision, okay, I'm going to tell this person what I really think, but then we wimp out, we chicken out at the last moment, and there's no reason to go on with this indefinitely. Just use this beautiful feature of your mind that it is formless, that it is malleable. Start taking different actions and thinking different things. And then within a couple weeks and definitely within a couple months, you'll start to see your life is more enjoyable. You are a more steady and consistent person, and take advantage of this wonderful feature of the human mind that we can make of it what we want. And Epictetus gives us a great way to start. He says, first, tell yourself what you want to be, then act your part accordingly. So, what is the person you want to be? You want to be a businessman who is a great family man. Start being that today. Don't wait. You don't need to get more instructions at first. You just go with your own idea of what that is, start following it, and your life will start to improve.